So good evening, everyone. I'm here to present my project titled Source Demo Automation Framework, an end-to-end web automation using Selenium, Java, and Cucumber by my humble self, Olajide Abiodun. So the project purpose. The goal of this project is to put everything I've learned into practice, not just to show that I can automate tests, but to prove that I understand how and why each part of the framework works together to deliver reliable end-to-end testing. So this is a project purpose. Then these are my objectives. Number one, demonstrate deep technical knowledge of Selenium and automation. Explain project design, structure and result. Present a live test execution. Discuss challenges, debugging, and optimization. So the next slide here is my project overview. So this project automates the source demo e-commerce site using Selenium WebDriver and Cucumber. So the goal of this project is to validate a complete user journey from login, sorting, adding, removing products, and checkout. So the tool used here is Java, Selenium, Cucumber, JUnit, and the web and Chrome driver. So the outcome: confirm that the full shopping flow works reliably and validate expected output. So this is my framework architecture. So the folder layout, we have the folder of the step definitions. We have all my step definitions written in Java. From there, we have the runners, which is Cucumber text runner. Then we have the features, which is the getting scenarios. So this is just a brief workout of my future file. So if I want to go and demo, I'm going to show you guys in full. So the future is a source demo, order, remove items. The scenario there is a verify user can order, remove items. So the given user is on the home page. When user enters username and password and clicks login, then user should see the inventory page and proceed to add, remove items and check out. So my next slide, we have the step definition logic. So it uses Selenium driver commands such as the find element, the click, the send keys for elements interaction. They also have the WebDriver wait to handle synchronization and avoid flaky text. So sometimes the test passes and sometimes it fails. So that's why the WebDriver wait comes in. So the locators I use the IDs, the experts, the class name, and the CSX selector. Then the assertion, the JUnit to validate results like the text value and confirmation message. Then the clone option in Ignitor mode to ensure a clean browser state for each run. Because most time without this mode, I used to have these this pop-up. Now just going to make me to click OK. So I don't know the time that this thing used to pop up. It can be at the beginning, it can be at the ending. Most times I have to run it like 3 or 4 times before I have a successful message. So all these flaky tests, but with this Chrome driver, it ensures I have a smooth run. So the next slide is the demo. So this is the execution flow. So it launches browser and login. It sorts items from low to high. It adds bike lights, fleece jackets, and remove the fleece jackets. Then move to checkout and verify tax is $0.80. The finish and verify confirmation message. So this demonstrates a real-world e-commerce users flow automation. So it's not just for the source demo, it's also for sites like the eBay, the Amazon. Of course, these are just the basic steps that user used to do. So let me now move over to my IntelliJ to run the test. So let me start from here. So these are my architecture that I told earlier. This is the step definition. This is the step runner. So and this is the feature file. So under the feature files, so this is it, the source demo order and remove items, verify user can order and remove items from the source demo shopping cart successfully. So these are everything. I won't like to go through it due to time. So, but just in case of any questions, I can just come out here. So these are my steps definitions. Of course, they are being written in Java. So I'm just going to go over now to run my tests. Let me show my test runner. So these are the slides. So I'm just going to click the run. Okay. This it's enter username, login. Okay. Checkout feeling successful. So test passed. So let me go over to, okay. So these are all my files written there. These are all my files. So given user is on the login page, everything is green. So from the result here, it's passed. There is no step is missing. So everything is being validated. Given user is on the home page. One user enter username and enters username, user enter password. User clicks the login button to proceed. And the user should see the inventory page. User should navigate to the sort items, to sort icon. User should click on high to low. User should add source labs bike lights. User should add source light fleece jackets to the shopping cart. User should remove source labs fleece jackets. So, and it goes on. And the most important is the tax. So that is everything is there in confirmation message. So, and aside this, I also like to run all my tests just to show that I've completely debugged all my codes and everything works perfectly. So I'm just going to remove this one. Yes, I'm going to remove these. Delete. Then I'm going to come to the terminal here. Okay, let me just enter it. I've run this before. We have the Marvin clean install. Please hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Okay, all right.
We can hear you.
All right, so let me use this to run all my tests to make sure that I've debugged all my codes and everything is fine. Oh, you want to run again? Okay, so from these results now, so everything runs successful. There was 0 failures, 0 errors, and the skip, no one was skipped. Everything was successful. So all my codes have been fixed. So even this one too, there was no error. Everything has been successful. So I would like to go back to my presentation now. So which is, okay, this is the result. So the text passed, the end-to-end check flow completed successful. So it didn't stop at, let me say, login and everything from the beginning to the login and to the confirmation message. So everything was successful. So the result summary, all step completed without error, the framework validated. So now let me now talk about the challenges and the solution. So the number one challenges I faced was the timing issue. So when it gets to the point of me clicking the menu bar and for Selenium to click on all items. So anytime it gets to there, it either it passed, most time it's going to stop. So that's why I implemented the WebDriver wait. So I used the explicit wait because I needed to add some conditions to it. That okay, the WebDriver should wait until this is clickable, until this action is done. So that was how I was able to pass that challenge. So the other one is changing of locators. So there are some points that I think I use maybe some unstable locators. Most times it's going to click, most times it's going to hang there. So I use more stable locators, just like the experts. Then, so challenge number 3, the driver state persistency. So I've talked about that before, that if not for this Ignito section, so there's a probability that it's going to pop up, this icon that I needed to click OK. So if I click the OK, of course, the automation process is going to stop. So that's why I now bring the Ignito sections back. So the validation reliability. So another issue with me before to validate that, okay, we'll let user be able to confirm that the tax is $0.80. So that's why I bring this attestation in. So for it to just to confirm what is there, it's actually the value we are looking for. Then the challenge number 5, the duplication of codes. Of course, the method I use is not really that professional because I have to rename it. So, but I was thinking I wish I was able to implement the page object model. Of course, there could have been chances for me to do that I'll be able to reuse my code without it telling me duplication. So there's always room for improvement. Yeah, I tried it there though. I deleted it. I deleted the duplicated code. And when I run it, it's going to tell me driver is known. So I also have to retrace my step backward and just use the one I'm able to use. So I was able to rename everything to make sure there was no duplication. So these are my challenges and these are my solutions. So let me now go back to the lessons learned. Improve handling of dynamic weights and flaky elements. Yes, so most times the automation is going to stop because I think it's too very fast. So because there are some conditions that needed to be met. So if that condition is not met, it's going to stop. So that's why I use the dynamic weight. So I learned that a lot. Then learned to identify and fix syntax error quickly and improve my attention to code structure. Yes, I face this a lot because most times my code used to lack this semicolon, either I used the wrong brackets, you know. Yeah, so of course that was how I was able to have this, so I was able to fix that perfectly now. So and the debugging, of course, this is the general one. So it's not as if you run the code, there is not going to be error, but at least the ability for you to be able to fix every error. So that's where the debugging comes in. So the ability for me to read the error message, know how to trace myself back. Okay, this where the issue is coming from. It's not here. So the debugging is something I learned a lot. Then I learned to think like both tester and developer for better framework design. So it's not just focusing on test functionality, but also on how to design a clean, scalable, and maintainable automation framework. So it's not just what needs to be tested, but how to design it effectively. Not just I want to write scripts, but start to ask questions like, is this test reliable? Is it maintainable? And is the code reusable? So of course, I learned all these things while doing this more. So my conclusion, of course, the first one is successfully automated full source demo checkout process. Of course, it was successful. So in summary, this project demonstrates my ability to design, to implement, and to execute automated end-to-end tests using Selenium, Cucumber, and more importantly, it shows that I understand the logic behind the component from setup to validation, and I can apply it in a professional testing environment, just like the future, it defines the test scenario in plain English. The step definition is contained the Java code for each step. Then the Cucumber, it connects the future file to the code. Then the Selenium is just to execute the browser action, the clicks, the verification of elements, and all. So thank you very much for listening. So I'm done presenting. So question comes in now.